Hi, my name is Tommy DeVries, and you're watching the Tommy DeVlog. I gave that intro like anybody knows what I'm talking about. Awesome! So yeah, I started a vlog. This is going to be largely unscripted. It's largely out of the blue. If you know me on this journey of mine, this acting, entertainment, post-military life journey that I've been on, if you know anything about that, you know I've been talking about this for a while. And this is me finally pulling the trigger. I've talked with so many people about it, and every time I tell them about it, I'm like, hey, I want to do it. They're like, that's a great idea. What's stopping you? And I've been thinking about that for a very long time. Number one is fear. I'm taking this one class, amazing coach. He's got a great book that I read all the time, The Ultimate Guide to Making in Hollywood by Scott Sedita. I'll put the link in the comments. A lot of the book just talks about fear and getting yourself out of your own head and into an audition or into a character or into a scene or whatever. Or when it comes to taking on new projects, fear of it being bad, fear of it being good, fear of it being too much work. All of those things probably jumbled together, which was my impetus in starting this. Today, I just decided to shake that off. You know what? I'm just going to turn on the camera and start talking to it. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. I don't care if it's hard. I just know I need to do it. Yeah, it's going to help me get my thoughts out there. That's the least I can do right now. I think when I think back on, like, why did you want to start this vlog? Well, I wanted to start it for probably a good 3 reasons, I think. The first is, I think journaling your thoughts in any way, shape, or form is very important. Whether that's writing it down, typing it down, speaking it out, doing a vlog. It's just good to journal. I can't write long thoughts down because my hand is just broken, and that's a story for another day. But writing long paragraphs does not work for me. I don't like typing my thoughts down in Microsoft Word as a journal. It feels too much like an essay or homework, and there's just no catharsis there with typing, at least for me. Speaking the words out loud and then having a video record of that ends up meeting that need to journal, have a catharsis, say stuff out loud, just kind of go off the cuff, whatever that is. Reason number 2, for those of you that know me, I can talk a lot. I have no shortage of things to say. I like to think that I say things pretty intelligibly. I think that's made me a pretty good actor and just entertainer overall through life. But I have a lot of things to say. So on top of just journaling it to record everything that's happened, I also have a lot of thoughts, but they just swim around in my head. And every time I have conversations with people, recurring ones keep popping back up. And what I'm starting to notice is that a lot of those thoughts are actually good lessons for people. People have been asking me a lot, tell us about how you started your career in entertainment and how you've gotten as far as you did. How did you sign talent representatives? How did you get auditions? How did you book gigs? All that kind of stuff. And I like talking about those things. I like sharing those stories with people. I'll talk anybody's ear off. If they're interested in what I know, I'll tell them what I know. I also tell them to take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm not the most successful actor in the world, obviously. And I also believe that you should always solicit opinions from the rest of the group. So when somebody says something to you, be very skeptical about that thing, especially if they're not super rich, super famous, super successful. They might know a few things, they might see a few things and pass those things, but always look to corroborate those opinions with other people. And if you don't agree, you don't agree. Like, I won't get offended. But at the same time, I do like helping people who have looked at my journey so far and are proud of where I've been. It makes me proud. It makes me happy that I'm doing this. And it makes me happy that I can share those experiences and some of that knowledge with other people. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, and this might be the thing I am most passionate about. There are so many military involved creators, people who are active duty, people who are veterans, people who are family of military. There are so many people who have military in their DNA that want to tell stories, they want to act, they want to write, they want to produce, they want to move out to Hollywood or New York or an industry city and start this trade, and they don't know how to do it, and it terrifies them. And it terrified me. The prospect of getting out of the military and going up to Los Angeles and trying my hand at this city, which just seems like it chews people up and spits them out, especially amidst the strike that has been going on for what seems like forever and has literally sent people packing in the last few months. To take that nosedive into this is wildly, ridiculously crazy. I know that. Like, I definitely know that. But I also knew that this was the only thing that I wanted to do with my life after the Marine Corps. And I love the Marines, and I loved my Marines that served with me, and I loved the friends and the kinds of Marine families that I would build all across the world in the decades decade or so that I was active duty, a lot of them have stories to tell. A lot of them are writers, a lot of them are content creators, a lot of them are just really creative people. But they see an industry like this, and to go from the security, I say stability, like sort of tongue in cheek for anyone in the military, but stability of the military, to go from that to this, you don't know where your next paycheck is coming from. You don't know where your next meal might come from. It's daunting, and it scares the hell out of people. There's groups out there like Veterans in Media and Entertainment that I've leaned on very heavily for my foray into this, and they have been a very great source of mentorship. People gave me their time for free to just sit down and talk with me and give me their ideas. Successful people, names, not names, just any, like so many veterans, just by virtue of military service, would sit down with me and tell me what worked for them. And now that I'm getting far along enough, I want to be that same thing for people, and specifically for veterans. So if you're a military creator or storyteller, or you got something that you want to do in this industry and you don't know how to transition out of the military and into this, follow this, please, because I will tell you all the things that have worked for me so far, all of the networks that you can lean on, because there's plenty out here, whether you're a veteran or not. But specifically, if you're a veteran, there are a lot of good ones. VME is, like I mentioned before, Hollywood Post 43 with the American Legion is another good one. And then if you're not a veteran, but you're still interested in figuring out what sort of networks I built myself into, stay tuned for more. I'll post in another vlog sometime soon. I'm hoping to do these maybe once or twice a week. And if this knowledge is good, like if what I'm saying is resonating with people, please let me know. Like the video, a comment would help. If you want to learn something about what I've done, please put a comment in there. You can always message me. I'm on Instagram at @TheTommyDeVries. But I hope that I can share something with you guys. I hope that if you have any questions for me, or if you're watching this and you want to know something that I've been doing that has worked, or something that you would like some advice on, let me know. And if I can make a video, a vlog about it, I absolutely will. So yeah, that's the Tommy to Vlog. I learned something today. I hope you learned something too. Stay tuned for the next one. Until then, take care.